Alright, Matt Brown here of the band Dead Parade in Matt Brown's Guitar Studio. We're going to look at Not For You by Pearl Jam on guitar in this one. I'll be doing the bass lesson for this one as well at some point. Okay, this one is in the key of E major and we're in standard tuning. And pretty simple song overall. A lot of guitar layering though, so we'll look at all of that. And we'll go and start with the beginning, which is what I just played. So the bulk of this song uses 3 chords played against a low E pedal tone. So it's pretty simple. So what you're doing is you're taking the E chord shape, you're tried and true, you know, this 2-2-1 type fretted shape, and then you're going to be moving that up 2 frets higher, which would give you an F sharp with an E in the bass, and then when you slide that up 1 fret higher, you're going to get a G with an E in the bass. So for the most part, what Eddie Vedder is playing, he's playing on the 4 lowest strings, with the exception of this G/E chord, and sometimes you'll hear him embellish this with these notes. So what he's doing is putting the pinky finger down there at the 5th fret of the 1st string to get that high A, which will give you a G add 9/A. So what I'll do here is I'll play through maybe, you know, the first 8 bars or so, and hopefully that'll give you a feel for how you can kind of switch this up and improvise it a little bit. So here we go. There's a little kind of lead fill type thing that happens in the intro that's played on, I believe it's the left hand of the speaker spectrum. So I'll play that for you. So it's really easy. What he's doing is playing the D note and an E note, you know, just like that. Holding that for a while, doing an accented 8th note on that, and then what that is an open, it's not open actually, 4th fret B note, then a 2nd fret C sharp, and both those notes are palm muted, and then you're coming back to the D and E. So that's it for that. Alright, so this is where the verse starts, and when the verse comes in, this guitar part is a little bit more static, so it's pretty much roughly played the same way each time, but with some slight variations, so I'll play this for you now. The next part that comes up after the verse is a little interlude, which is eventually going to turn into the chorus riff. So what you have going on now is just 3 guitars, one to the right with the Univibe, the same tone I was playing with before for the intro, and then another guitar that's kind of a bridge pickup type tone, maybe a Strat or Telly on the bridge pickup for you know, a 3rd different tone. So here's how this sounds. I'll play this for you. Alright, so that's it. So it's still the same chords. I'll do this slowly for you. You know, he's just using the transitional open strings as a strum on the last 8th note to get back to the beginning, but really, you know, pretty similar kind of material here. So now we're to a 2nd verse. The first guitar that was going for the intro of the song, that's going to play the 2nd verse exactly the same as the 1st verse. Now, we still have the other 2 guitars here going, hand left and right, that are going to be playing. Alright, so here is the 2nd verse. one guitar is going to continue doing that while the guitar up the center is kind of doing its thing. And then the third guitar is going to be the one that changes just a little bit. So it's going to be doing some stuff like... So I guess playing, in general, fuller chords there. So that's going to take you through the second verse, and then we're going to have the first chorus, which I already showed you the guitar part for it. Just now you're going to have vocals to it. So the that riff, the kind of more aggressive version of it. So now we're off to the bridge slash kind of guitar solo type part. That's the guitar that's panned up the center, the one from the intro. So chord-wise, what we have is just a big F bar chord going to your just kind of tried and true A minor chord. And the strumming rhythm is it's kind of loosely improvised. So the first measure you have like this 1 and 2 and 3 4 and a type rhythm. So the next measure you have a quarter note, an eighth to 16th notes, 4 eighths at the end there. So first two bars will sound like this. And then the next two bars with the A minor sound like this. So all together you get this, and I'll play the tempo then slowly. Okay, slowly now. 1, 2, ready, go. Alright, so the guitar with the Univibe is cranking on a little bit more gain, and it sounds like it's maybe the bridge, maybe the middle pickup, I can't remember, but there are actually two guitars that are doing this to give it a bigger sound, so let's check out that lead part. Alright, so pretty simple. What we're doing is just playing with our F major scale, so just sliding 3 to 5, 5 to 7, and then what he does in the second measure, there's like little pull-offs to the open string, so you can leave that out or put it in, whatever you want to do. Then what we're doing, so that's 7 to a 2, and then we're going to play the open D note. Then coming down the scale, we're going to play C, and then a B natural. So it's actually technically the F Lydian mode. So again. So the second time he plays it, he's going to do some pull-offs between the open A when you're playing on the A string. Alright, so then the next time through, though, there's going to be a little second ending. So here's the beginning, back to the beginning. So that second time you're going to play the open A in an A note at the 7th fret, and then come up to a C note at the 10th fret, and then slide out. So then we're into the guitar solo, and the main guitar panned at the center that Eddie Vedder's playing is going to play the verse guitar riff, so what we played for the first verse. And Then I'm going to show you what Mike McCready plays for the solo. Alright, that's it. So this is mainly just playing E arpeggios, and then he's going into the E minor scale after that. So that's what's going on scale-wise. So here this is about 3/4 speed. Okay, so what follows is kind of real sparsely played rhythmic interlude with you know, the main idea that we've been playing. Alright, so we're going to have a real kind of quiet verse like that builds up, and then we'll see what happens next. So the main guitar is playing what I just showed you. I'm going to call it guitar 3 is doing this riff. That type of deal. So what all it's doing is this flat 5 type power chord deal. This is 7, 8, 9 on your 5th, 4th, and 3rd strings, and we have this 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and type rhythm. So that's going to happen for a total of 7 bars, and then I'll play the 7th and 8th bars here. So it changes to the 9/9 actual power chord, and then some open string strums, and then you're to the second chorus, which is the same as the other 2 choruses, the instrumental one and the first one I already showed you. So in the background, there's the 3rd guitar is playing really sparse stuff just on the open strings. Your unison, or the open high string, I should say. Your unison at 5 and open, 3 and open. So something like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so that's it. Alright, so like I said, we have the chorus then, and then we're going to have kind of like an instrumental kind of jam type thing that happens. So for the most part, the guitars are the same as the chorus, except for one of the guitars is like doing a tremolo, and you can do either 16th notes or sextuplets at this tempo. It'll sound good. So here's what that'll sound like. You know, that type of deal. So the other guitar is doing the same thing, except for in its 4th measure, it's doing like some of these double stop bends here out of the pentatonic box. So this is the deal where you're bending the 14th fret up a full step, and then grabbing the 15th fret of the 2nd string with your pinky finger. So that covers everything to this song except for the outro. For the outro, one of the guitars is doing this thing where it's like picking open strings behind the nut. So the way these little pitches or strings go, you're going to do the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and then the 5th and 6th strings. Then the next measure you're going to go 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. And then what I would do is kind of just pick the 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3 thing again, like. That type of thing, and hopefully you can hear this. You know, I would imagine what they did was they mic'd the guitar cabinet, and they probably close mic'd the guitar, you know, right here, maybe with like a condenser, end address condenser, to get that kind of loud sound. The other guitar is playing, it's just an E minor arpeggio. Like that's the figure. So you've got the open low E string, you've got 5, 4 and open on the 4th third and second strings. So the arpeggio slowly is or 6, 4, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 3, string wise, and that just repeats. At the end though, the very last time you get, so that's open 6th string, open 2nd string, and then it ends with a 4th fret note and it just holds out there. So everything else that you're hearing at the end, all the melodic stuff, that's the bass, and then just playing E minor scale type material on the bass, improvising. So that does it for all of Not For You by Pearl Jam. If you'd like the tabs, you can get in touch with me and shoot me $1 on PayPal for the transcription, or you can become a Patreon member and then you get unlimited access to everything. So I am Matt Brown, and thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. Please hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys around. Thanks a lot.